Oh boy, this is the first one.
Alright, Brady, so tell us what's going on here, man.
Alright, today we're going to do the predictions for the weekend's fights. Let me get it for get the card out.
So basically, this is our weekly podcast. We're gonna be doing. It's called the Combat Hour. We'll be talking about MMA and boxing. Might throw some WWE in there for jokes. Who knows?
Derek Lewis's balls.
So basically, we're gonna try to do the podcast. I'd say Wednesday or Thursday each week. That way, we can be right in the middle of the week. Talk about the events that happened on the weekend previously, and then talk about things coming up.
2:30. This Saturday we got UFC 230, and that's Cormier versus I forget his name, Derek Lewis, and it's going to be a battle of the bad guys, pretty much.
The winner of this is the king of Popeye's chicken.
It's definitely not the best card. Prelims are looking a little slow.
They're supposed to be, man. This card was supposed to be amazing. You're supposed to have like Cormier Jones, Diaz versus Poirier. They wanted to put then Derek Lewis wanted on. This card was gonna be amazing, man.
Now we're stuck with Cormier anyways. But we still got Weidman.
Yeah, but I want to see the Rockhold fight. Speaking of which, he was in London I think he was in London yesterday or the day before. It's kind of weird.
And then we got Derek Brunson versus Israel Azadea. It's gonna be a good fight. Who do you got on that fight, Marsh?
Are we doing predictions already? I think we should
right now.
No. Let's talk about some like this week's events first. Talk about what happened this week in the combat world.
Ooh.
Like, how about Ben Askren getting traded to the UFC? Like, first of all, let's talk about the fact that there was a MMA trade. Like, what do you think about that?
It sucks for Demetrius. The guy just keeps getting pushed down, but at least he'll be able to win a bantamweight title in that one league and a flyweight title, so he'll be able to move up faster. We might get a rematch with Horiguchi out in Japan somewhere, which would be a really good fight.
Okay, but what about the fact that him and Cejudo split, and he stopped Cejudo, did he not?
Yeah, in the first round.
So I mean, realistically,
we need a trilogy.
Yeah, but if you one apiece and one guy stopped the other one, I'd rather have the win with the stoppage. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
But then again, the Cejudo has the most recent win, which is also good as well. But I mean, there's got to be a third fight. I don't know why you would get rid of a guy when that was gonna be the biggest flyweight fight in 125's history.
Yeah, and I don't know. Askren's not really on the level of Demetrius, so it doesn't really make too much sense to trade.
He's undefeated.
He still has
Bellator champ, ONE FC champ, 2 different weight divisions.
When you talk about the pound for pound best fighter all the time, almost getting traded, so it's a little bit skeptical. But I don't know. I'm more excited to see Askren UFC. I'm excited to see him trash Dana White a little bit.
Yeah.
I know they don't like each other.
Right. This guy's been going off on Instagram. It's amazing.
I think Askren's only signing now because since UFC got bought, he wouldn't have signed if it was still under FIFA.
I'm gonna pull in Ben Askren's Instagram.
But Ben Askren's biggest win is what? Diego Lima?
No, Ricardo Lima.
Ricardo.
Sorry, no, the one that
Diego.
Diego.
It's a good win, but Lima's also gotten better over the years. I'm excited to see him. I'd like to see him until
Dana White before signing Ben Askren. Dana White, shout out to Ben Askren. That is hilarious. And if you don't know, Ben Askren has a little curly fro like Napoleon Dynamite, so that's pretty funny. But yeah,
and let's do a prediction for Conor's next fight. I personally say Nate Diaz might be for that 165 belt. They might just throw that division up there to see if Conor's a draw.
I don't know. Maybe Kevin Lee if he goes back to 155.
That'd be a bad fight for Conor.
That'd be a really entertaining build-up. He might. With Conor, who knows, man? He might go back up to 170. He might go to boxing. You can't.
I'd still like that Pauly fight too. So if you give him a boxing fight, they could probably win.
I don't want to see him go to boxing. I don't want to see him go to 170. I don't want to see him go back down to 145. I just want to see the Khabib rematch. But if it's not the Khabib rematch, I'm not really interested, to be honest.
I think Conor would do better in the second fight. He's talking about going to a Rocky camp if he.
A Rocky camp?
Yeah, John Kavanagh say he'd be 3 months without anything. You just go in a desert, some shit, and just do it like Rocky IV, where he was in the mountains. So.
Okay, what about Khabib? Is that next fight Askren?
No, that's gonna be George.
I think it'd be more realistic to be Askren, man.
But he's never fought at welterweight either.
Who?
Ben Askren or Khabib.
No, yeah, but Ben Askren can make 155.
I don't know. He's pretty chubby, but I'd like to see that Tony Ferguson fight. Honestly, he's the most deserving. The guy's on a 12-fight winning streak. got stripped of his belt already and has already fought twice too, or once since being stripped. He's a real lightweight champ in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially like.
Did a pretty significant win.
Yeah.
For Pettis, that was awesome. That was a sick fight.
Pettis went back to his old self, and I'm a Pettis fan, so it's nice seeing him fight the way he was.
Yeah.
So, what about that Tyson Fury Wilder promo?
Oh, buddy, that was insane. Who's gonna be king, man?
That was a pretty good release. I think Fury's gonna stop him.
I'll go back and forth with this fight every day, man.
I think Wilder hasn't fought someone as tall as Fury. It's gonna give him a little bit of.
I don't think Fury's fighting as tall as Wilder.
No. So it's gotta be like. Size changes things. It's like when you go back to Jones and Gustafsson, that was his toughest fight because he was the same length as Jones. Like this is going to be a totally different fight because they're used to fighting with length and stuff on each other. So
right.
I don't know. I got Fury. I think he has a good chin.
Let's break down some advantages. I think Fury is
technical.
Is gonna put if it goes the distance, Fury's gonna have the better conditioning. I think because Wilder's never been 12 rounds. No,
Ortiz.
He went 12 rounds with Stavern once. Okay. He went 12 rounds with Stavern once. But, I mean, he didn't really get challenged by Stavern, so it wasn't really like a 12. He was like a 12-round sparring match.
But he went to 12 rounds with Ortiz until he stopped him.
No, it was
11th?
10th to the 11th. But yeah, I don't know. I just see this fight's gonna be so competitive that if it goes late, I think it's gonna be a challenge on Wilder because we've never seen him challenge past round
or someone who's big that's gonna push the pressure Fury. Like Fury, I think Wilder has to stop him. Honestly, like I don't see him outpointing.
Has to be, yeah, he has to, or knock him down a bunch of times.
Tyson's one of the most underrated boxers.
I would wish Tyson would hold his hands a little higher, but the man's head movement is amazing. So I mean,
it's orthodox though, right? Like so hard to even. He looks it's that way the way he boxes, especially for the big chubby guy.
He's gonna have to be lighter than he was his last fight, though. I think he's gonna have to lose a little bit more weight. He still didn't look like the old Tyson of the fought Klitschko.
Yeah, I got late stoppage for Fury or decision for Fury though.
I'm gonna go split decision Fury. Win on points.
And where does that put him in all-time greats, man? That's giving up Vladimir.
He'll only be 28 no, I think.
But Wilder and Klitschko, and Klitschko too, like he's got to be up there coming in the future-wise.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the winner of that, this fight has to fight Joshua. If not, it's
Joshua's fighting in April too.
It's fucking disgrace.
That's a mandatory. He's fighting mandatory.
Dylan White.
No, they were talking about him and Kubrat Pulev.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
And that'll be a pay-per-view over in England, which is a joke.
But we'll still do 1 million buys.
Yeah, and over here it'll be on DAZN, which is if you're not on DAZN right now, I think it's time.
Pretty good.
DAZN is legit. They got Canelo, they got Joshua, they got Andrade, they got Jacobs. Basically, everyone's on Matchroom. You're gonna get for free, and Matchroom is like running boxing right now. Matchroom and PBC, but I think Matchroom is taking a little bit of the lead, especially with the heavier weights. Like 160 and up.
Canelo's getting what 350 for the 7 fights?
I think it's 365 or something like that for an 11 fight deal. But so he fights twice a year, so you're looking at like a 5.5 year deal right there. So that'll put him at 33 years old when he's done that.
There's some tough middleweights coming up too right now.
Charlos, Saunders, who just got stripped.
Triple G.
He's a free agent right now, though. So where do you think he's gonna sign?
I have no idea.
Showtime or DAZN?
I like to see him in DAZN.
I like to see him in DAZN too. All the belts are in DAZN.
They have to.
He'd have to go to DAZN unless he wants to fight Charlo. But I mean, there's more money with all the fighters on DAZN, so I think he should go to DAZN as well.
You want to get to these predictions?
Yeah, let's get to these predictions.
All right. Do you see Sergio Banks? Didn't he make weight? She was supposed to be fighting for the belt tonight. So.
Okay, let's talk about that. If you miss weight, there has to be more strict penalties. You don't see this in any other combat sport. I don't know what it is with the UFC. Maybe it's the big weight classes they have. But I don't. Why do we have all these people missing weights in MMA? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. And when you miss weight, the chances of you winning the fight
is huge.
It's like 70% right now. 70% of the fighters that are missing weight are winning.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get a benefit for losing for not making the weight.
It's true, but they need more divisions too. I think that's a big part of it.
Okay, so they throw in 165. Then what happens to the 170-pound division?
They should go. I personally think 155, 163, not 165, then 170. Put that 7 to 8 pound gap would be a lot better.
Okay, so where does Tyron Woodley go?
Tyron Woodley goes up. I think Tyron Woodley wants to go to middleweight. I think him and Wood.
So wait, if they go 165, they're gonna go to 175. You're saying they're gonna move the 170 to 175.
I don't think they're gonna make any more divisions. I think they're gonna add 165.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So if they add 165, 170 is too close to 165, so they have to push that one up. And that'd be 185, 175, 165, 155.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's,
Do you know what I'm saying?
absolutely. The division they need the most, I think, personally, is 195. Like, they have 185 to 205 gap. It's 20-pound gap between divisions, which is pretty unheard of.
That's pretty ridiculous.
What's worse than,
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
that's why guys like Rich Franklin didn't really do well, he did good, but he couldn't really make the weight or go up in weight. So 20 pounds is huge.
It is huge. It is huge.
And a lot of fighters would be a lot better at 195. Who would be champion at 195? Probably Romero.
At 195?
He'd probably be the best bet, I think.
Yeah. It'd be
You get Romero and
Rockhold go up there. Okay, so let's for predictions. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do just the main card?
let's do the main card.
Yeah.
Sergeant Banks was supposed to fight for the belt tonight. Crazy.
Thank God she was not the main event.
Oh, man.
Like, shout out to Saraja Banks, because, I mean, it sucks that what happened was not her fault. She got told she was going to put in a position, and everyone started hating on it for whatever reason. But, I mean, if it was me, and I'm an unnamed fighter, and I got put in that position, I'm taking the fight.
I'll put her name out there.
You're going to get paid. You're going to get notoriety. You're on a card with Diaz and Poirier.
At the time.
At the time. So, like, I mean, good for her for stepping up and taking it. But UFC be better, man. Never, ever again announce a co-main event without a main. That was a terrible idea. If you're going to do something like that, please just make Poirier Diaz the main event. We don't want these pies that no one knows.
For the 163 belt, or 165 belt. That would have been great.
Anyways, back to
we got Derek Bronson versus Israel Azadeh.
Israel Adesanya.
I don't know. Unless Bronson goes back to his wrestling, like you said earlier, that's the only way he can win because he's a sloppy striker. He hits hard. You can always find that chin, but I don't know. He's not gonna strike with Israel. I got Israel by stoppage by the second round. Brunson has a bad chin and he gets cracked. So.
And he's a loser, man. He's 16-8. Like, he knows how to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like these guys that win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 3, lose 4. Like, no. Get on a roll. I know in MMA it's different because you're fighting the best, but like.
Can't be Andre Arlovski forever.
No.
Win 5, win 2, no 2 fight again.
Stay on the main card. He's not even like a household name. Like, he's a solid middleweight. That's it. He's just a solid middleweight.
Yeah, he has a couple good wins, but that's about it. He's a name to get you up there, like gatekeeper.
I think we're gonna see Israel Adesanya put him out in the first round. To be honest, I don't see it lasting long.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad.
All right, Carl Robinson versus Jack Marshman. I've seen them fight only a couple times. They're both on a losing fight. I'm just gonna go.
I watched the weigh-in. Marshman's in good shape.
Yeah, I'd go Marshman probably by submission. Probably first round.
By submission. I'm just gonna pick Marshman by win.
All right, actually a good fighter. I'm really excited to talk about this guy because I was watching him in WSOF and he used to be at UFC. He was a WSOF light heavyweight and middleweight champ. I thought he's actually doing really good, signing back with the UFC. David Branch versus Jared Cannonier at middleweight. Cannonier was a light heavyweight, going down to middleweight. Took the fight on short notice. David Branch was supposed to fight Jacare. Jacare moved up because Chris Weidman named an opponent after Rockhold went out. I got
a hell of a fight.
I got David Branch, but probably by
submission.
He's probably gonna take him down second round submission. I'd go for like an arm triangle choke. But I like David Branch. He's a little older now, but I think he's a good middleweight.
How old's Branch?
35, I think.
It's not that bad.
37.
Okay.
Just turned 37, so he's getting up there. But he's a good fighter.
Damn good shape though.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
He's got a pretty good record. He's a 22-4 or something.
He's a 22-4.
Yeah.
He defended the light heavyweight championship and the middleweight championship at the same time. And he has some good wins. Knocking out Thiago Santos was a great win.
Man, he almost put Rockhold out.
Knocked out Yushin Okami. So he's an up and comer, I think. Well, he's either wins and he's on a roll, or he loses and he's probably toast. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got Branch by submission, second or third round. Let's go third round.
Yeah. In the fight that we've been wanting to see a middleweight for a while was Chris Weidman versus Souza.
I'm not excited about this one.
I'm excited. I got Chris Weidman probably just by wrestling him. I think Souza's is not looking the same over his last 5 fights.
He didn't look He's coming off a loss, is he not?
It's Kevin Gastelum,
Yeah.
split decision. But he's looking tired. His cardio's looking really bad after this first round now. Weidman has no chin. I don't think he has to worry too much about Souza knocking him out.
He clipped Gaston with some good shots.
And Brunson knocked him out. But Gastelum dropped Weidman, and Weidman's chin's just not there anymore. But I think if Weidman wins this, he gets another title shot. So this
is the card of the middleweights, man.
Yeah.
Holy. Okay. So are you making a pick?
Yeah, I got Chris Weidman by decision.
Weidman will stop him in the 4th round. He'll just beat him up. He'll be on top of him, just beat him up. If he avoids those submissions, but I think he'll get it done.
I think loser should retire. Or
Weidman's like 33, man.
I know, but that'd be 4 losses in the last 5 years. I mean, four losses out of his last 5. Good competition though. I mean, Romero, Souza, and Rockhold are out.
And what's his name? Who's over in Bellator now?
Yeah, Giga Musasi.
Musasi.
He's fighting good fighters, so I guess I think if he loses, give him a chance to light heavyweight. Give him someone like
what?
He's a big middleweight.
I think he's a good matchup for Whitaker, to be honest with you.
Weidman?
I think it'd be a hell of a fight.
I think it'd be better Gastelum versus Whitaker.
Oh man, I think Weidman could do some work on Whitaker.
I think we might see if he wins this fight, I think Weidman might be middleweight champ in the future again. What? I think Whitaker could be the greatest middleweight of all time. He's only 27. I'm a big Whitaker fan, so I don't know. Most underrated fighter in my mind.
I thought Weidman was your favorite fighter.
He's one of them, but I'm more. He's had his time though, right? I want to see Whitaker's career go a lot farther now.
This guy, man.
It'd be a hard toss-up fight.
This guy, you shady dog.
I'm just saying, I don't want to see Weidman versus Whitaker, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't care who won that fight. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, I think as a dog, I'd have to bet on Weidman for the fight against Whitaker. I think he's a good matchup for him. The wrestling could be a problem, and he could handle him a little bit himself on his feet.
Romero couldn't even take him down home there. He's one of the best defenses.
That's true. Yeah.
So, and then his hands would crack Weidman, in my opinion.
All right, so I'm saying Weidman. I think I said 3rd or 4th round TKO. I think 4th round TKO. I said. Yeah. No, wait, no, it's a 3-round fight.
Yeah, it's 3 round.
Okay, so 3rd round TKO.
Up to Daniel Cormier versus Lewis. Ooh, I would love to see some celebration of Popeyes.
Oh, buddy, I think win or lose, we're getting a great post fight from him. It doesn't really matter.
You're going to see the future Popeyes as a sponsorship.
He got it today. He signed it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Mm. Lewis got 500,000 more views after his last fight, just for saying his balls were hot.
500,000 more followers.
500,000 more followers on his Instagram.
If you're not following the Beast UFC on Instagram, you're missing one of the best accounts out there right now.
He's up to 1 million, I think, now?
I think it's 1.5 million now.
Which is crazy. I think this is going to do a good draw because of Lewis, just because he's coming off the last pay-per-view of Khabib and Conor. And I think this will get at least 500,000, which isn't horrible for Cormier card, who usually does like 300,000 without Jones.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be seeing that many. What'd you say? How much you say?
500,000.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that many.
You know?
I think
it'd be good.
I think like 250, 300,000 tops for this one.
People are so broke after the last fight too.
And I mean, if you're buying this card, you're buying it for the main event. And Cormier, you're not buying it for Cormier. And I don't, unless you're a diehard Cormier fan, you're buying it because of what you saw Derek Lewis do his last fight. What he just did to that Volkan. Just put him to sleep with 11 seconds left on the clock. Volkov, my bad. And then that post-fight interview, which might be the greatest of all time. The man's amazing. I mean, I'm rooting for him. I'm pulling for him hard. I think he's minus 500, minus 800 underdog.
He's a big boy. I don't know if Cormier can throw him around like he does other opponents, so he might get caught.
Seeing them face off. Woo!
He's a big boy.
Derek Lewis is 6'3", so that's like, I'd say that's on the shorter end for heavyweight. Like, I don't know, maybe average height heavyweight. And the man has to cut weight to 265. That's ridiculous. Like, that is a big man. Maybe stop eating so much Popeyes and maybe work out more than 30 minutes a day. Derek might be the good.
I think he looked good at the weigh-ins. Cormier looked out of shape.
I can't deal with it, bro. I can't deal with it.
He looked like he had the cellulite all over his stomach. He's never making 205 again.
That's the GOAT? With fucking fanny pack? The fanny pack? It's the GOAT.
The Asada doesn't go to him.
Jesus, man. I don't know. I just can't. I can't look at something like that. You walk by a guy like that in the street and you just think that he's some guy.
Yeah.
Just some guy. Stipe looked like a champion. Um, Fabricio,
No, I'm not a Fabricio
Yeah.
fan. He's one of the greatest, though, but he doesn't look like a champion.
Yeah.
There hasn't been many heavyweights that ever looked
That's
really
true,
good,
man.
though.
The
Brock Lesnar looked like a champion. Was
The
he a
UFC
champion?
heavyweight division has been a joke since it pretty much.
Except for Stipe's run was great.
Stipe is the only elite athlete that's held the belt, I guess, other than Daniel Cormier. But this fucking guy.
The guy needs to get in shape.
Can you imagine if an Anthony Joshua decided to get a ground game or an anti-wrestling game? He would destroy these guys. He would run if he had wrestled from the time Daniel Cormier's wrestled. This man would be a problem. 6'6", 250 of just.
That's what a champion should look like.
Super heavyweight gold medalist in the Olympics, man.
He's one of the best. I don't know. I think that Cormier runs into fights, and I don't think he's taking up seriously, and he's taking big shots from Johnson. He's getting older. His chin's going to fade. I think this might be an upset fight where he gets shocked. I think he might come in and get clipped.
So, am I hearing you pick the dog?
I got Lewis round 1 knockout.
You're picking the dog?
Round 1 knockout.
Oh, buddy.
I'll be eating Popeye's chicken.
Oh, buddy.
I don't even eat greasy food that much.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. It's first round?
I think Cormier's going to come out swinging with him. I don't think he can stand and take those shots.
That's ballsy. I don't see that happening. Okay.
It'd be nice. What would that do to Cormier's legacy, though? Like, he lost to Lewis.
Well, look what Cormier did to Silva. He didn't stand with him. When he did stand with him, he always got knocked out.
Silva's a little bit smaller, too, though. He ain't 6'3", cutting from 300 pounds, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Anderson didn't even weigh in for 205.
But my point is he didn't stand with him.
I don't think he'll be able to take down as easily as people think. I think that's a big man to take down. Heavyweights can take him down. Like, Cormier's a lot smaller.
He is. He's what, like 5'9", 5'10"?
5'10"? Yeah.
5'10", yeah.
When he had 6'3" and 265.
Cormier weighed in at 251 today.
That's horrible.
251!
So he'd have to cut 40 pounds to make his light heavyweight championship fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't see how that's possible right now. Noticing that his last heavyweight fight, I think he was 245 before he went to light heavyweight. And that was a struggle to get there, and now he's he's heavier.
Yeah, so he didn't have much for camp, though. So he only trained like 3 weeks.
He looks horrible. Horrible shape.
Alright, so I'm going to say Cormier, 3rd round, rear naked choke.
I don't see him stopping him, but shots,
no,
I could see.
3rd round, rear naked choke.
And that's after it gets tired.
Unfortunately. I want the beast to win. Can you imagine if Derek Lewis was the UFC heavyweight champion? What?
Amazing, though.
What would Dana do? Is he going to feed Derek Lewis to Brock Lesnar? It's a terrible matchup for him.
I think Brock would beat Lewis, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a terrible matchup for Lewis.
It'd be good for the company to get Brock having a belt.
Oh my god, I would not want to see Brock Lesnar with fucking shaved head with the belt again.
He won the WWE Championship today at Crowd Jewel.
He walks in with the WWE strap and then walks out with the UFC strap. Oh,
he's there tomorrow night too, so Cormier says he's going to slap him again if he touches him. So
I don't want Brock Lesnar getting in the cage after the fight. If he does, I hope Cormier puts hands on him for what he did last time.
I say, or Lewis. We're forgetting that Lewis will be walking out with that belt.
Lewis would put hands on him. Lewis is a different type of guy, man. Lewis is a savage. I love Lewis. All right, so all in all, we're pretty much on board for the same guys, except for the main event. I think he's just pulling one of his ass. I don't think he actually thinks Derek Lewis is going to win.
I'm more thinking with my brain. I want Lewis to win because that'd be great.
You mean thinking with your heart?
Thinking with my heart.
If you're a betting man, though, the dog, you're going to win some money.
I don't know. Not too much money, a little bit.
It's 8-1, bro. It's 8-1 odds.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying bet on Cormier to win money.
No,
you'll win no money. But anything in boxing happening this week?
I don't think there's anything significant going on this weekend. But
we're getting Sean Porter versus
Thurman.
Thurman too. That's gonna be a good fight.
Thurman's not taking an easy fight to come back to. That's crazy. Honestly,
Porter's gonna.
With that kind of layoff, I don't know, man.
Porter will win. What about GSP versus Khabib?
I don't want to talk about that shit. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Okay. All right. they won't. The UFC is not about that life of him coming and stealing a belt because that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna come in and either steal the 165-pound belt, the new division, or go down to 155, steal Khabib's little fake belt, and then sail off in the sunset. You're never gonna hear from him again.
Yeah. I hope so. I don't want to hear from him ever again. I'm not a Khabib fan.
No, I mean you're never gonna hear from GSP.
Oh yeah,
takes
yeah,
the belt.
yeah. I think he'd beat pretty easily, honestly.
He's too big.
Too big. He's strong. Khabib's
Way
strong.
better hands than Khabib.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to throw him around like Johnny Hendricks on USADA couldn't throw around GSP.
No, that jab would be an issue for Kebab.
All right, we'll close the show off with our. Let's get the dome and say our top 5 fighters right now. Right now, not of all time. We'll go to all time.
Are we doing MMA?
MMA, and we'll do. I don't know, top 5 boxers.
All right, go ahead.
All right, my MMA probably right now would be. Think about Carlos Condit, Frankie Edgar. Carlos Condit, unfortunately, is a little bit out, not doing so well anymore.
It's been a tough fight.
Please, he'll be they're pretty good. But I'm a big Frankie Edgar fan. Stipe Miocic is my guy. Right now, I'd have to put John Jones in top 5 too.
Man, he pushed Gustafsson today in a press conference.
Really?
I don't know what's wrong. I'm getting sick of John Jones.
John Jones, in my opinion, is the greatest of all time. I'll argue that until we'll have to get Brad on here. Brad Box. Shout out to Brad Box at Brad Box on Twitter and Instagram. But we were talking about this today. Was at the gym. He was saying that what's it gonna take for me to admit that he's not the greatest, but it won't happen.
He hasn't lost a fight.
So I'd say Stipe. Pettis has got to be up there. I love Pettis.
Weidman.
Weidman's top 10. I don't know if I'd put him. I'd probably say Connor, honestly, top 5. So.
Okay. Yeah. Is that all? Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd have to go with. This is no particular order. I'd have to think about this little one.
This can't be correct fully. I'm just going off your head.
Yoel Romero. Okay. Conor McGregor.
Your guy's doing actually good. He's a big fan of Michael Johnson, winning 2 fights so lately.
I'm sick of Michael Johnson, man.
He's looking really good.
He beat a guy who was 13 and 14 to win.
He beat Andre Fili. He was really good though.
I do like Michael Johnson. I do. I like him.
Steel Duke's good at featherweight.
Who else we got? We got Connor. We got Yoel. Tyron Woodley. Nate Diaz. And probably Jose Aldo.
Jose's man.
That's my guy right there.
Are you gonna say Jeremy Stevens?
No. I was so happy that guy get fucking destroyed with that body check. Okay, so yeah, that'd be my top 5 MMA guys roughly. I might have to change it up a bit.
If it was all time, I'd be putting like guys like Dan Henderson or Rampage. It's gotta be in there.
Yeah. And then Rampage is still active. He just slept.
He's not doing cardio.
Slept Vanderlei what was that? Their third or
fourth fight?
Fourth fight? Jesus.
They've got to tie the odds now. Or they're
the fifth match. Boxers, I'm gonna have to go Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. One more. Let me see.
We're talking about right now, right?
Just right now. Maybe Wilder.
I don't know how you say that. I can't say them now.
Probably Wilder. Yeah, we got the same guys. Doesn't matter.
It's true. I don't know. My favorite top 5 probably. I was gonna say Robert Guerrero, surprisingly, but the man retired.
The ghost.
Top 5, not in any order. I'm a big Cal Brook fan. Always have been.
I do like Cal Brook.
He's gonna fight soon. He won his last one. Errol Spence, probably the best welterweight in my opinion right now.
Buddy,
I would love to see him versus Crawford. I got Spence winning, but
I don't. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, that'd be a great fight. Anthony Joshua's got to be up there. This could be tough. Triple G, number 4, and Triple G's got to be up there. And man, for welterweight is stacked. Probably Fury right now. Fury's good. He's gonna put hands on the heavyweight division's coming back to life with these 3 guys.
Shout out to Tony Bellew, man. He's going back down to cruiserweight. He's gonna try to take all those belts off of Usyk. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think it's November 10th, next Saturday. So check that one out. If you're not a big boxing head and you're looking for a good fight, that's gonna be a really entertaining fight, and it's for every belt. So that's all. That doesn't happen very often. So check that fight out.
Only the cruiserweight division.
200 pounds.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. We're rated around 30 minutes. That's where we want to be at for most of our episodes. So we're gonna sign off for the week.
And we'll try and get some Brad Box in here next week. Maybe some Reese Turner.
Yeah, they don't have stupid opinions.
They might get a handful in here. We'll talk about that John Jones talk. We'll talk about the particulars of card next Saturday too.
Talk about maybe some fantasy matchups next week, like Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. We'll talk about the results of this card. See which Popeyes eating motherfucker won this fight.
Maybe we'll have some Popeyes here for next podcast. We'll get those biscuits. We'll just have a cheat day and go out and we'll eat it in front of you while we're doing a podcast.
All right, guys.
All right.
Enjoy the fights. Have a good weekend.